Yeah, peace, Horace Relly 22. I'm just allowing other people to come in the room before I begin this live stream dissertation. I want to go in on something on this particular live stream. It would take too long to really build and just do a regular video, so I figure I'll go live stream. And at the same time, I can address any questions or anything you all want addressed. I can address in this live stream as well, because I get very little opportunity to interact with the people, and this would be that opportunity. Yeah, peace, Horace Relly 22. Peace to you. Welcome. Just allowing people to come into the room. I'm actually working on getting my website back up. The website is functional. I just got to secure a domain, and it'll be back and easy for you to get to it. It'll be easy for you to get over to it. But yeah, I want to touch on something in this video. I don't know if I'll fully be able to elaborate on the idea fully in and of itself, but I at least will be able to touch on it to some capacity. Can you all hear me pretty well? I want to deal with the threefold nature of human consciousness, because a little bit we only focus on two aspects that I see a lot of our teachers at this time dealing with, and that's the animal nature and the spirit, the God nature or the super being. But there's threefold natures to human existence that played a role in human evolution. And those three roles, the three of them are animal, computer, that we are computers. We are an advanced technology, the human being, and we are a supernatural or spiritual being, all in one. Now we're an animal, but the technology of the type of animal that we are can be programmed better than any other animal. We can be programmed efficiently like no other animal can. We talk about training dogs, training chimpanzees and elephants for circus acts, but we never talk about training the human being. The human being could be programmed for a certain usage, and the entities that originally programmed human beings knew that. They knew that we could be programmed, and that we could live in the programming that they inserted inside of us indefinitely. So you have the animal. The animal is the part of us that is connected with nature. That's just like every other animal, every other species, or every other creature in nature. But then you have the computer element, the part of us that could be programmed and be utilized by higher entities who can write programs and write scripts. These other entities or intelligent beings are utilizing us for their purpose. We're living in their fourth dimensional reality that they have programmed us to perceive, and they somewhat locked us into that. And then you have the super being or the God that we are, that is inside of us, that if you can break through the program, then you get to the God level. If you can get past the programming. So you got the animal, you got the computer, and you got the super being. All in one, the Trinity, the triune. Some don't get past the animal. I mean, they're not able to be programmed by anyone, not even able to program themselves. They don't have discipline. They have no control over their existence. They cannot manage their existence. They cannot create their own reality. They cannot project things and have them show up in their life. They're just living off of reaction, basic survival. They're not conscious entities at all. And the crazy thing about consciousness is either you're going to program your own consciousness or you're going to live out somebody else's program. Those at an animalistic level don't program their own consciousness. They don't practice self-hypnosis. They don't control their thoughts. They don't control their thought life. It's just survival and reaction. But some level, people have got to a higher level of where they could at least be programmed or accept the programming. And that's most people in society that are a part of the institutions. They at least could accept the programming. They could run the scripts of McDonald's and Walmart and Starbucks. They can run those scripts. They can live their life in accordance with those programs as far as religion and Christianity and capitalism and democracy and being a Republican and a feminist and all. They can run these programs very well. But then some people reach a higher level where they can program themselves. They can self-program. Now, a lot of people who have reached the self-programming level are still programming themselves with the matrix reality. So even though they've reached a level to program themselves, they're still programming themselves with the matrix, watching television and their school system, their ideas, their beliefs, things that maintain society, maintain the construct. But then you got those that reach another level where they see through all the programs and all the programming and see something beyond the program. That's God consciousness. They're able to go to a higher level where they can see that they can go beyond the need for a program or existing within any type of program reality. Now they can tap into higher dimensions of reality, higher, more pure energy. That's a group of people. And they can bring about change. They can take society beyond all of its programming altogether. I'm going somewhere with this. They don't want you to get to that higher supreme God consciousness self. That's why you've been programmed. Whether you have programmed yourself or whether you have been programmed by them. You have to make it to the programming, break through the programs to get to God consciousness. But you start off at the animalistic level. Survival. How can I survive? How am I going to eat today? Anger, emotion. And then you ascend beyond that, and then now you can be programmed by others. You're the perfect specimen for their careers. You ascend beyond that, you can program yourself a little bit. But the question is what to program yourself with. Because if you're not programming yourself with God consciousness, if you're not programming yourself with the awareness of your supreme beingness, if you're not programming yourself with the awareness of the unlimited reality that exists, then you're still working for them. You're still working against yourself. And a lot of times, those are your motivational speakers, people dealing with neuro-linguistic programming, dealing with affirmations, dealing with a lot of mind technology. They're at a level where they can program themselves and even program others. But program to do what? To get right back on the rat race. But with more motivation, with more drive. But still on the rat race. Show them how to succeed in the matrix. How to do the limited shit that they want to do. That's what they're being programmed. And others get to a level where they now can program themselves where they can write scripts from scratch. Because when you reach God consciousness, you can write the script from scratch. You can make up your own scripts out of thin air. You can design yourself from the perspective of being an unlimited being. You're getting into self-design from nothingness, not an imitation or a clone, because right now we have hybrid and clone consciousness. Meaning that we just, some other mind that has already been designed by somebody has just basically been put in our heads and we're running that program. We're not original, unique, or authentic beings. We're somebody else who has already been designed. So when you get to a level of God consciousness, you can design your own existence. You can design your own personality. You can design your own reality. But remember the three folds. Animal, perfected to be a highly efficient computer with the spirit, the supreme God consciousness that lies within you, that you want to ascend to ultimately. My phone about to die. I'll come back with this a little later. I just wanted to test this out and drop a little bit on you. I'll be back. Black supremacy.